Hey, good morning, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Music Tips and Reviews with JG. Something was on my mind driving, headed to the gym. I'm at the gym right now. A lot of you producers just starting. You don't have all the money to get all the equipment. Like these people you see on YouTube or producers that you look up to. But I want to encourage you, use what you have to create something special. Use what you have to create something special. You never know, that beat that you make on FL Studio, or that beat you make on Logic, just from stock sounds. We think of and we celebrate Soulja Boy. I think people need to give him more recognition. Soulja Boy, he broke a lot of barriers when he came out, with his whole movement, Soulja Boy. He used a lot of sounds within FL Studio and created a huge hit, a huge movement, especially when MySpace was out. I miss MySpace, by the way. I miss MySpace. But use the equipment that you have, like me over time, from personal experience. I did want the equipment. That I saw. I wanted the nice monitors. Over time, I got piece by piece. I got my keyboard, I got my Mac, at separate times. When I got money and started the job, started working. Got my MacBook. That was my best investment I ever got. I love my MacBook. Yeah, you just get it over time. Don't be so focused. And I don't have this MPC. That's the new movement now. A lot of people is going into the MPC Live, the MPC Key. People want those MIDI keyboards, but just stay focused on your sound. Create your new sound, cause you never know who you inspire. People probably like, you get that hit record. When you get that hit record, people be like, how did you create that? You like, I just created it from my keyboard, my typing keyboard. People create hits from just using their keyboard, and you never know who you inspire by doing that. So it ain't about the equipment. It ain't about the digital audio workstation, the DAW, the DAW, but it's about your mind. What you think. How creative you are, and what you put out there in the atmosphere, or should I say, social media. Social media is like the new A&R, like I always say. So be creative. Don't worry about what people think about. You don't have this equipment. You don't have, because that happened to me in the past. I love Reason. People always downplay Reason. I don't know why, but people used to ask me. They hear that my music, they're like, what DAW, what DAW you use? And I say Reason. They're like, oh, you need to get on that Logic. You need to get on Pro Tools. You need to get on Ableton, all this stuff. But they judge you. They don't judge you until you tell them what DAW. And if they're not using that DAW, and they just joining the bandwagon with all these other DAWs, then they want to downplay it. They want to listen intently and say, oh, that's why your drum's weak. That's why this and that is weak. But it's all about your ear. Pharrell used FL Studio, Fruity Loops. People used to call it Fruity Loops, but now people call it FL Studio. But FL Studio is starting to be the major DAW for hip hop. Metro Boomin used FL Studio. Shout out to Lex Luger from my hometown. He used, FL Studio. So, don't judge people. Even Timbaland despised using Logic. He don't really use Logic. He said he doesn't like using Logic to create music, because I guess it kind of takes away from the integrity of his drums. So he don't use use Logic. So it depends on your preference. But if you don't have all the equipment, it's fine right now. It's fine. Or I just say it's fine. I wouldn't say it's fine right now, but over time, you can get the equipment that you want later on. I know a lot of producers on YouTube that made it big. They didn't have all the equipment at first. They didn't have, all this, and the latest keyboard. They didn't have the latest MPC, the latest drum machine, the latest machine. But they had a mind to really, want to do this thing. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to have all the fancy equipment to do these things. So appreciate y'all for watching. I just wanted to say that from my personal experience, because I've had songs that hit the radio. I didn't have all the fancy MPCs. I'm from the software stage. That I'm from when software was the major thing at the time I came out. When I started producing, I believe it was FL Studio 6. It was FL Studio 6. It was the 6th version of FL Studio. And when I was that age, 2005, still living with my parents, we had one computer in the house. We only had one computer in the house. And I had to go in my parents' room, make beats in my headphones. And my dad was amazed because they're from the era where they had to play live instruments. They had all the hardware. They had the analog. But now you can do everything on the computer. And my dad, at the time, he was amazed that I can do all this stuff just on a computer keyboard. Make the beats, put the beats in sequence and stuff like that. And shout out to my bro Mikhail. He really taught me how to sequence when I got to college. So shout out to him. But anyways, just use what you have. Use the equipment that you have. You never know what comes out of it. You may get a Grammy, from just your mind. It's all about your mind and your knowledge. Start with one DAW, master that DAW, and if you want to move to another DAW, master that. Don't give up. So appreciate y'all for watching. Continue to support this channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, all right, peace.